Welcome to the interview, everyone. We have SuperScienceSensei here. I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. He's a very popular streamer. He has one of the best emotes on Twitch, and he's very famously known for his beautiful voice.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Lovely.
can you guys hear Sensei okay? Or do you guys want the voice turn up a little bit? Um, can you say something, Sensei?
Something, Sensei.
It's
No?
good?
Yes?
Yeah,
Sounds
good?
good?
Okay.
Okay, sounds fine.
Ooh, okay. I hope that thing didn't go up there. Okay. So I have
Nice.
my notepad here with the list of questions. So first question, how are you doing, Sensei?
I'm doing great. It's a Wednesday. Just finished my classes. Been chilling, watching streams.
Yeah,
It's
how are
been
you
good.
feeling being on
I
my
really,
interview?
um, pretty cool. It's
Usually
first
you
for
have
sure.
to be usually you have to do something really bad in order to be here.
True. But I mean, that's
Do you have
not the case
something to
now. I
confess?
hope.
All right. All right.
Nope,
Good
nothing to
to hear
confess.
that you're doing good.
Yeah.
Let's get to some questions that a lot of people are interested about. At least I'm very interested about. Um, that lab coat. How often do you wash it?
Uh, Usually about like a week. Just because I only use it during the stream. So
Yeah,
I only have it on for like 14 hours, and then I just swap it and swap back. Yeah.
for sure. It's definitely one of the most iconic look you have on your
Unless
stream.
unless I get dirty, because if I spill something on myself, then it's bad. But other than that, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's looking great. Definitely one of the most iconic look you have. What made you come up with that idea of the lab coat? Math scientist?
Um, I just thought that since my screen name was Super Science Sensei, I thought the lab coat would work well with it, and so I was just like, let's go with that.
Right. Well, on
and
that note, sorry, go ahead.
mhm. Oh, one of my friends said it'd be pretty fun too, so I thought it'd be pretty cool.
Was it HM Linden?
No. When I first started, the people I would chat with all the time was A Cinematics, uh, Dylan 9497, and No Runners,
Mm-hmm.
and also Warl Schwarschel. So um, yeah, it was pretty fun. And I was like, maybe I should have like a lab coat. I think that would be the jam. And so that's why I went with it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's one of the iconic thing going for you. It looks pretty cool. It has that mad scientist look. Um, and on that note, why did you choose to theme your channel after all the science stuff?
Oh, so uh, I've been gaming for a long time, but then later, eventually, uh, once I started teaching, I wanted to make sure that A, people couldn't find my old gaming accounts, and at least my former students, and B, if they did see my game tag, it would be like semi-obvious. So I went with and then there were one of my students. They like, you know how when you have a lot of different students and some of them are a little bit more weebier than others, so they
For
sometimes they
sure.
would call me sensei, right? And then
Hmm.
later, one of my other students, because I was coaching for like 1 year for their league team, their high school league team.
Hmm.
Uh, they're like, let's go with Sai Sensei. I'm like, dude, that's great because it has a pun too. Because like when I'm disappointed in you, it's like a Sai. So I thought it was good.
Yeah, that's great. That your name is definitely one of the best Twitch names out there, in my opinion. One of the best
Oh, thank you.
IGNs. Um, it's got the sensei, obviously for a lot of weebs. That's
Yeah,
a great
it has
name.
an alliteration. It has a pun. It still personifies everything I am. So it's pretty good. I like it.
So you would say that your IGM was actually contributed by some of your students, in fact.
It definitely was. So, you have some people call me sensei, and then later one of my other students I was like, yo, we need an alliteration. And I was thinking of possibly as long as it has like multiple of the same letters, I really enjoy it. So that's why we went with Sai Sensei. It has
Yeah.
the S, and then we added the super in front because super. Might as well.
Did these students know about your streaming career?
Um, I would say some of my former students definitely know. My current students, a few of them know, but it's not like I advertise them or anything. They just find out over time. And you know how kids are. You know, they just
That's
everyone
great.
knows
That's
everything.
great.
Yeah.
Do they like raise their hands and call you sensei in class?
No, okay, so I started streaming in the summer.
Yeah.
So COVID's been a thing since before I started streaming, right?
Hmm.
So technically, I haven't had class since I started streaming. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like a little bit tougher for them to
So
have
we
more
don't. So I don't know. I don't
interactions.
know. I'll have to see how it goes once I go back into the classroom.
Yeah, speaking of COVID, that was actually one of the things I wanted to ask.
Mm.
Would you say that COVID had a big impact on your decision to start streaming?
Um, I feel like COVID helped just because I started getting more involved into the Twitch community and the PoGo community. Like I
Mm.
started chatting more. I saw that there's people on Twitch, so I started chatting more there. I got to meet a lot more people, and that's why I started streaming. Um, my sister and my girlfriend at the time really wanted me to stream for like a while back, even when I was playing other games. But I was like, nah, it's a little too toxic, a little too toxic. You don't want to do it. So yeah, so that's nice.
Yeah, for sure. There are definitely toxicity everywhere in the online community, pretty much for every community. Um,
Yeah, but see the thing about Pokemon Go is like you get to chill very. Like it's a very like you can play very casually and still have a super fun time. So it's nice.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, so COVID, that was actually part of the. That's one of the reasons why I started really playing Pokemon Go as well. So I imagine that a lot of people probably had the same thing in mind. And speaking of that, do you think that once COVID is over, do you think that the player base will go down, or do you think that people will be more engaged with Pokemon Go after COVID
I
eventually
feel
recovers?
I feel like it's a mixed basket just because when you have COVID over, people get to travel again and people get to have those live events, which a lot of people really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and people actually can go out and do stuff. Um, and then at the other hand, having COVID made people more start playing it again. But I mean, I feel like it really depends on what you're playing it for. Inside my area, I would say less people play it when it comes to ratings and stuff like that. But then there are more people are playing for PvP, right? So I
Yeah,
feel like when things go live again, I think more people are gonna play for raids and all the other stuff. But then later, like I'm not sure. I think the PvPers might stay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
for sure. It's become like two different games at this point. There's one
Yeah,
part of the community that only does PvP and they do the grinding just as part of the PvP, and then there's
yeah,
the other part where it only does PvE stuff.
definitely. That's why I try to be a little good at everything, and it's really fun seeing
Yeah.
some of the PvPers out there not real just going recommended squad into raids. I'm like, why do I have to carry?
For sure, for sure. Speaking of the events, once COVID is over, I've I did a little bit of research on you. I know that you've been to a lot of Pokemon Go events, right?
Oh, actually, we haven't been to a lot of Pokemon Go events.
Like go for travels,
I
international
have not
travels.
I have not gone to any of them yet because
Oh,
COVID happened
really?
before I could get the chance. Yeah, so like
But before
I really
COVID?
want no. So I started playing this game in October of 2019. So I've only played the game for like a year and a half now.
Okay, okay. So that part of the research was
Yeah,
incorrect.
but fake research. No, but it's all good because um I really was planning to go to the Go Fest, hoping it was gonna be in Chicago, and I
Mhm.
was gonna like try to book everything and all that, but COVID happened, so we were like, I guess not. I guess not. So we'll see how it goes once everything gets back
Yeah,
up and all that.
I'm pretty excited about that as well. I've also never been to an event, but because of the PvP, because PvP came out and I got really into PvP, I feel like in the
I
future I'm
mean,
definitely gonna attend
for
those
sure,
events.
because we know so
Yeah,
much of the community now, right? Like we all kind of know each other.
yeah, for sure.
Whether from streams or discords or some of the people out there playing like Among Us lobbies and stuff like that. Like we kind
Mm.
of all know a lot of other people a lot more than you would expect compared to before. So I think it'd be really cool.
yeah, and I can't wait to meet everyone that I'm meeting online
Hmm.
eventually in the Pokemon Go event. I think that would be great for sure.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, okay. So moving on to the next question about like the early career of your streams.
yeah.
When you just started streaming, what was it like? Like, did you start gaining traction pretty quickly, or was it slow at
I would
first?
say my traction was like a slow but steady increase. Like
Hmm.
I started with a solid like 20 plus views, like just from the get go, and it would kind of increase as time went on. I think it's probably because before I started streaming, I spent a good amount of time watching a lot of Twitch because COVID, and then
Yep.
there's summertime, so I was able to just like chat. A lot of people started knowing me just randomly from the chat, just because I would like talk more. And then later, when I started streaming, people would like some people that knew me from chat would show up, and would uh, we also had I also got some like early raids from like the streamers I knew at the time, like King of Charmanders, DJ Enterprise, some of the morning people because
Yeah.
I used to stream in the morning, and so like my channel, you start meeting a lot more people and they start knowing you a little bit more. So it's pretty cool.
That's great. So yeah, so it would say it's a lot easier to um, start building the community even before you start streaming. Once you get a
Well,
lot
I
of
think
people.
it's nice because
Hmm.
like they know like you support the people that you watch, and then later they support you back. That's just how the community
Yeah,
works
for
for the
sure,
Pogo
for
community
sure,
really well.
for sure.
Right.
Because obviously it's a small community, and we're trying to
Yeah.
make this esports game eventually.
Yeah, that
Um,
if you know like for example Tommy Love, right?
oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
me and him, like whenever we because usually by the end of our streams we get like 100-ish viewers. Like
Hmm.
and we always try to find someone that A, we haven't rated for a while, or B, we know is going for like that legend, not legend, like partner push, right? So
Hmm.
like even if I see Tommy Love, like I try not to rate him anymore since he already has partner, and vice versa. He tries not to rate me since he knows I have partner, just so that we get more people. Yeah, the little check mark.
Yeah, that's the thing I really, really love about the Pokemon Go community. I feel like all the streamers are, especially the big ones, they're really trying to help out the smaller streamers
Yeah.
as they start streaming. I
Yeah,
think
that's why Tommy
my
Love also said he changed his stream schedules a little bit, just because he knows that that time slot's a really strong time slot if you wanted to build a viewer base.
right, that's amazing to know. I think my best experience about streaming was like on my third day of streaming. I got a huge raid of like 200 people from the Asian Milkman,
Oh,
and I
nice. Oh
instantly
yeah.
went from like one viewer to like 200.
Oh, I got rated, I think in my first or second week by FP Sticks. I remember that. That was pretty awesome because my
Yeah,
viewers just and I was like, what the? So it's really cool. So it's
for
always
sure.
nice. It's always nice to like when the community passes it on, especially when they see a newer name.
Mm. Yeah, would you say there were some obstacles at the beginning when you just started streaming?
Oh, because so my friend that made my what's it called? What's it called? My layout?
Hmm.
Is it layout? Yeah. Uh, so he wasn't done with it yet, right? And so he's like, okay, I'll make one for you. Overlay. There we go. So I didn't have an overlay to start, and so all I did was put like a background with space, and I'm all like, classroom is being built. We're streaming from space, and I had that for the first like 2 weeks. It was pretty fun, and like you build things along the way. You figure out your style along the way. How do you want to do music? How often do you want to do certain type of battles? How often do you go off on crazy tangents? And you kind of figure out like what your flow is, right?
For
Like I
sure.
see like sometimes like some people they just go battle, 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 battle. Some people have little jokes and memes in between. Some people do a little mix and match, and you kind of just figure out what you want to do, right? Um,
Mm.
yeah, and I like singing randomly when I stream, so I sing randomly when I stream. Like it's not like necessary, whatever. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I cast, sometimes I don't. It just change up on your mood. But
Yeah,
it's cool to see and develop your flow.
yeah, for sure. Obviously, this is for a lot of people, this is just for fun, right? Just to build a
Yeah,
community and making friends and just having fun at the video game.
Yep.
Do you have any
It's nice to have it.
suggestions for like the newer streamers, for people who are thinking about going to streaming? There are obviously very strong top hours, and maybe they want to consider go into a streaming career as well. Do you have any like advice for them?
I would say if you are a whether you're a strong or weaker battler, it doesn't really matter. I feel like the one of the best things you can do for streaming is consistency, right?
Mm-hmm.
The more consistent you are, the like when your times are, the people know when your schedule is, people know when you stream, so they know when to expect you, and it helps build up your viewer base. And then later beyond that, um, talking inside the community also helps people know who you are because like for example like you guys know that I always like try to open up like now I found out only 3 tabs matter, so I kind of just open 3 tabs now, but
Yeah,
before then I would open up like 50 plus tabs for everyone just because I thought it would help out. But like I'll follow a new streamer and try to support them, especially if they only have like 1 or 2 viewers. I'll be like and and see what they got going on. And there's a lot of people out there that are willing to help support and watch and see. And if they like your content, they'll just keep on coming. So it's just about consistency and making sure that people know that you're out there.
for sure. I think that are some great advices for sure. Once you have a consistent schedule, people that have seen you before, they might come back, and kind of becomes a reflexes for some of your viewers because they know that you're going to be on around that time period.
Yep.
So consistency is definitely key. Um, do you think developing the style of streaming that you're going for is also the important thing? Like just showing your
I I
um,
feel like everyone develops their own style because like every stream's a little different, right?
mhm.
Like CCO is an amazing battler, but his is not as like you don't just go to CCO stream just for the battles. You also go there because the Pepegaing is real and it's
Right.
fun, and it's everything has a different flow, right? His stream is also very different from like Panic stream, who's a lot different than my stream, who's a lot different from even like your stream. It's a slightly
For
different
sure.
flavors and variation, and so you just kind of play and you just try to have fun.
For sure. Yeah.
People go to CCO channel for the battles. Swapper, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
People go to CCO stream for that level 51 Wobbuffet. That is something
Dude, I'm actually jealous. All these people busting out these level 51 Wobbuffets. Karen's just standing there like, I need to see a manager about this.
so that is something that you can't really see on Super Science Sensei stream, but you gotta see Super Science Sensei doing better with the level 42.5 Wobbuffet.
Dude. For,
Well,
oh, and sometimes I even forget to best buddy it too. So sometimes it's only level 41.5. Poor Karen.
right. Yeah, that is something that I really hope they could implement an easy way of fixing it, so
Yeah.
that. But
It
yeah,
would be cool if Boba Fett Nest came back too.
for sure.
Okay.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Um, I would say like how like people have someone that they would like to like sit down, talk, and meet with. Um, I would say my hero growing up was good old Mr. Rogers.
Nice.
But he's dead. So for alive people, I think Dwayne Johnson would be really cool to talk to because he just seems like super fun. And as far as like females, I think I forgot what her name was, but the one that Allison Brie from Community seemed really funny because she was just like really hilarious. But yeah.
For sure, for sure. What
No
about
scam DM, not that.
let's say
Mr. Rogers is a saint.
let's say you could be friends with anyone in history that dead or alive. Who would you want to be friends with?
Friends.
Yeah. Just hanging out or getting knowledge from.
Hmm. I think I'd still would go with Mr. Rogers, man. Mr. Rogers just seems like a chill dude. Seems so nice. I feel
Not
like he would just
Einstein?
make it. Einstein. Okay, so the thing about Einstein is he seems really smart and he has like
Mm,
pretty solid morals, right? But like you have to understand that like as time progresses, you're like now. you would like you if you wanted to, you could know more science than Einstein has ever learned, just because you're further in time than he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be going to Einstein for insight. You'd go to Einstein and he would ask you for more insight, so he would know more. But see, when you get chill with someone like Mr. Rogers is just super chill. Gosh, Mr. Rogers is so cool.
Oh, that's that's great to hear that Mr. Rogers got such a popular fanboy here. Super Saiyan
Guys,
Sensei.
you guys have to understand, Mr. Rogers. I would never be as cool as Mr. Rogers, but dang, dude, what a cool dude! What a cool dude.
You know what? In my heart, you're getting close. You're also one of the coolest dudes here. I
Uh,
think Pokeake will definitely hang out with you. That's something that I still struggle
uh,
on, but yeah. What do you think? How do you think Niantic can further make changes to improve GBL, the PvP?
uh, I feel like the most important thing for Niantic to do for the game would be to make sure things are just more consistent, right?
Yeah,
Whether it is the fast move canceling, right, or CMP, like all the weird stuff with CMP and all that stuff, like the what makes the game annoying for a lot of battlers is that the game doesn't feel consistent, right? Because
for sure.
fast move denial wasn't a thing until that one patch that messed it up. Dirty swapping is a thing whenever they mess up. Dirty swapping, overtapping is sometimes an issue and sometimes not an issue, right?
Yeah,
So when you find a way to make your game more consistent and to decrease the lag, that's how you make the game better.
for sure. It's mostly just whenever they try to fix something, it seems like they break more things,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a lot of issues go unfixed for over months, which is
Oh, definitely. I love it when overtapping's an issue for a solid 9 weeks and all of a sudden it's gone. They fix one thing and it's back for another 9 weeks.
oh yeah, for sure. And sometimes they just pause GPL in the week at the air finding match. Um,
Yeah.
those issues have gone on
Oh,
for since the
the
inception of GBL, pretty much.
dude, the air
um,
finding match one is kind of ridiculous. You try to finish a set last second and you have to keep hitting join like
yeah,
27 times or something like that. Yikes.
yeah. So do you think GBL ever has chance to go competitive or esports before they fix
Oh,
up the consistencies?
uh, I love what people are doing, but I really don't think so. Just because it's super inconsistent, right?
Right,
Um, and unless the game changes hands or has different backing or whatever, like if they don't take it serious, how is anyone else gonna take it serious? So that's kind of how it works.
for sure. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. It's definitely Niantic. Obviously, a they're not a company that only focuses on Pokemon Go, right? They're also doing mostly research in the AR space. A lot of times they
Uh,
use Pokemon Go sort of
no,
as a
the sticker the guy in charge of stickers is in charge of GBL. Whoever he or she is, if they're in charge of GBL, this would be the game would be a better place, because the stickers are on point. The stickers are on point, right?
right, right.
Like, oh well.
Oh well, one day we can hope, and that is actually the goal of the PoGoat King Ivy. I think that was
Yes.
his goal is to make this game eventually esports ready. Even though a lot of things are out of his control, but
Yep.
he was one of the reasons why we have this amazing community going.
Hmm.
And we can only hope that Niantic eventually will take actions to make the game more consistent and eventually become esports ready. Right.
Agreed.
All right. So I think that's pretty much all the questions I had that I wanted to ask. And now we can get to the spicy stuff,
Okay.
which is we're going to do some trivia questions in science. And for every correct question that Super Science Sensei gets, I will give them a sub. And
Sounds fun.
yep, these are all based on science. I think I have 5 questions prepared. Some of these questions are difficult, some of them are pretty easy. I'm sure you can answer at least a couple of them.
Okay.
All right, so the very first one, Who was the first woman in space?
Okay, first off, okay, that's not a science question. That's a history question. I'm not gonna get that one right. There's I don't remember historical facts. Like if it comes to conceptual understanding, I'm gonna get it right. If it's like random trivia like that, I'm done. Zos.
Okay,
Okay,
all
so just
right.
like
Well, it's science history, and but that's fine. We could skip that one. I can find another one.
out science. You guys shut up. You fluffers inside here. You shut up. You shut your dirty faces.
Technically, this is science related, but Sensei is the guest here, so his role. All right, let's go to a real science one. Okay, this has to be a science one. And
Yeah.
what was the first planet discovered with the aid of a telescope?
Oh, aid of a telescope.
Yes.
I would say probably Uranus.
Yes, that is
Ooh.
correct. That is
Yeah.
correct. You got
I could
it.
have said it the other way, but I didn't because
Yeah, I know, I know. That was my trick there.
Yeah.
Just trying to test if you're gonna say it the right way or.
You shut up. Yeah, because I know you can see Jupiter and Saturn with the naked eye. So
Mhm.
I was like, probably either Neptune or that.
Yep, yep. Okay. All right. Sensei got one correct. And moving on to the next. What does the term PCR stand for?
Uh, PCR.
It's something that we use in biology
Yeah.
to extract the DNA information.
Yeah. I was peptide. I don't remember what the other one, but does it have chromatography in there, or is it something like that? But I think it might be peptide, but I don't know what the R stands for. It's been a long time since I did bio.
Okay. All right. The correct answer is actually polymerase chain reaction
Oh.
for PCR.
Yeah, if you said like chem tools, because that's where my degree's in, I would have done better. Like if you said like HPCL or something like that,
Mhm.
or GC's specs. But yeah,
Yeah, it was just some random questions that I found. Just unfortunately, it was more in biology. Okay,
yeah,
this
okay.
one. Bronze is an alloy consisting primarily of what two elements?
Uh, what metal is that?
Bronze is an
Bronze. Oh,
alloy.
bronze.
Yeah.
Oh, copper iron.
Copper. It seems like the answer is copper and tin. Is tin
Dang.
better?
Yeah, tin is different than iron. Tin is
Okay.
SN.
All right. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So
Unfortunate.
since
That one, I don't remember alloys all that well, but yeah,
okay,
bronze iron. Yikes.
that's okay. We still have two more
Wait,
questions to go.
bronze. Wait, does that mean bronze iron's not magnetic?
Um, that is a
Because in
good
bronze, it's
question.
copper and tin, and then later, so bronze is not magnetic. So bronzer shouldn't be affected by Magnazone's magnet pull.
That is a good point. Maybe
Yo, that's kind of busted.
maybe we
Magnazone
should
actually busted.
yeah, we should definitely show this to Niantic. Just from scientific speaking.
Yeah,
All right.
keep going.
All right. The next two questions are actually kind of tough because now we're getting into quantum physics. I expected you getting the first three all correct. So
No,
I
no, no,
prepared a
no.
little bit tougher questions. Okay.
I'm really bad at memory. I'm only good at conceptual. Like if you ask me why X happens, then I can usually explain that stuff. But memorization is not really my forte. That's for
True,
sure.
true. But a lot of times the trivia questions um, tend to be revolved around those memorizations.
Yeah, I know. It
Unfortunately.
is what it is. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
All
Okay.
right. Next one. What does the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics suggest?
If I'm not mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
that's the. Is this the one that deals with chaos? I'm not sure if this one deals with chaos theory, but it's the for every action, because for anything that can be turned on, it can also be off. So for
Mm-hmm.
every action, there's like two possibilities.
Right.
So for every single time there's a split in possibilities, there's a new possible world. So for everything that happens, you have an infinite amount of worlds where, like, right now, there's an infinite amount of worlds where me and you are having this conversation. an infinite amount of worlds where we're not having this conversation, and an infinite amount of worlds where we're actually just like cheese balls.
Yeah, for sure. That is the correct answer, and I think you definitely went into details for a lot of people in chat. If you were curious, we got the science teacher explaining very well. That was
Big
correct.
Pog.
That was Big
Let's go.
Pog for sure. For sure, it does suggest that we do live in alternate realities because for every um, point in time, there are a lot of possibilities of things happening.
Oh, by the way, if you actually if you think that is actually the multiverse that we live in, then if you ever feel annoyed or sad, right, and you want to just kill off like an infinite amount of people, what you can just do is like when you're driving, you just do a quick little veer and just go straight again. And at that moment, you just like half, like on all those different ones, half of them realigned their car correctly again, and the other half died. You just killed an infinite amount of versions of yourself right there.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so you're a murderer. You're a murderer.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Technically, yep. And it also suggests that if you punch a wall with your bare hands, eventually it will go through the wall. That is
I
also
mean,
something.
like, yeah. I mean, say some of those worlds, you actually have anime powers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. In some of the worlds, Attack on Titan could be real. Or there could be a Saitama, One
Yes.
Punch Man for sure.
Yeah, maybe you are Saitama.
Maybe you're
Saitama.
Saitama.
Yeah,
Um, you do have to be bold, however.
it
Or it could be
happens.
Saitama with hair.
Yeah, I mean, there's infinite worlds with him with hair.
All right. So 2 out of 4 so far. For the very next question, do you want to make it a double or nothing, Sensei?
Why not?
So
It has no effect.
if you get this one right, you'll get 2 more gift subs. If you get this wrong,
Oh,
you're gonna get 0 anyways.
okay, that's fine.
So I guess okay, we have to change this a little bit. So if you get this right, you get 2 more gift subs. But if you get this wrong, you get 1 minus gift subs.
Sounds fine by me.
All right, all right. So this one is also physics related. Okay. In quantum physics, we use a lot of wave function. It's kind of like the king of quantum physics. It provides a mathematical description of quantum state of a particle or a system. What does the square of the magnitude of a particle's wave function tell us?
The square of a particle's magnitude is a wave function.
Yes.
I think that's generally position. Just because you're talking semi-particle in box-ish right now, so when you square, I think it's just position, right?
Well, so we're talking about a wave function like the phi, and then square that. It does tell us about something about position, but it's not exactly the position.
Mm.
It's actually
Well, I
something
mean,
else.
I'll take the L. I'll take the L here. That's fine.
Okay, okay. It actually represents the probability that it is in a certain place.
No.
It doesn't tell us which position, but it does tell us the probability for the article at a position X if we do have a fixed X.
Close enough. Good enough for government work, but I'll
Close
take
enough.
it. I'll
You
take
know
that.
what? That's close enough since you answered the position, so I'm not gonna take a gift sub away. You still win get 2 gift subs.
Good enough for me.
All right. Okay, very next question. This one is not related to gift subs, just the interview question.
Okay.
Just to finish off this interview, I think this will be a very interesting question. What do you think of the algorithm?
Okay. So I've explained this a few times, but I'll explain it again.
Okay.
I even talked about it on my previous stream, I think. But so as far as a baseline algorithm for any game, there's always a baseline algorithm of like you have this much MMR, they have this much MMR, and therefore you battle, right? Because like it
For
has to
sure.
be like there has to be some type of way that you match up people, and it makes sense that you want to match up the strong with the strong and the weaker with the weak, right?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to like that's not the algorithm people are talking about, obviously, when they talk about algorithm inside Pokemon Go, right?
Right.
Inside
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, what they talk about when they talk about algorithm is they talk about things like they talk about oh, I was doing really good this set, so therefore I'm gonna get a bad lead 5 times in a row. right?
Right. Yep.
So the issue with that type of thought process is like, if there was an algorithm to make you do worse when you do better, and to do better when you do worse, then like, when does the game know that you've gotten better, or like, like what would decide this randomly? Because for every single time you get a good lead, someone's getting a bad lead. Whenever you get a bad lead, someone's getting a good lead. So how do they determine who gets the good lead? Right?
For
Like, you
sure.
don't know what your opponent's like matchup is beforehand. Not only that, you have to consider this. Like, people that think the algorithm is real. You're telling me Niantic, the people that can't, like the people that can't even, that for every single event, you can ask anyone inside like New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
They've never gotten the event correct right from the get go. True or not
Yep.
true? Right? So you're
That
telling
is
me
completely true.
this company that can't even code setting up an event correctly, even though they've made this mistake time and time and time again, right?
Yep.
Is gonna make a complex mathematical algorithm that's gonna somehow determine how to hard counter your team, and will make sure that you get hard countered for your next set because you did okay in the previous one, right?
Yep.
Like that. How does that make any sense? Not only that,
Exactly.
if you guys watch, you guys watch streamers. A lot of the streamers play at like the top level. A lot of streamers know a lot of other streamers because we keep battling each other over and over and over again. If you look at like people that said the like super high MMR, you face the same person like every set, or at least every day, right?
Yep. And you have trouble
Did,
finding
what,
Q most of the time
yeah,
if you don't find those
is Niantic
opponents.
gonna change your opponent's team? Like how does that work, right? People that
Yep.
have a certain team just keep using that team. That's the reason why people like have the spreadsheets or whatever and write out people's teams, because they don't change them, right? Like you already know, like, like how, like, if they already know, how's that gonna work out, right? So the thing is like, an algorithm doesn't make sense because that would require a lot more work, and Niantic doesn't like doing a lot of work. That would require a lot more like precision, and once again, you know exactly how precise Niantic's games working is, right?
For
And then
sure.
finally, so like just those two reasons alone, but also mathematically speaking, it doesn't make any sense for an algorithm to purposely hurt or help another player, right? If
Yeah.
it an algorithm would make you 50%, guess what the easiest way to make someone have a 50% win loss rate is? You keep making them play against better people, right? Like, if you are like let's talk about like any other competitive game, like let's say like League of Legends, right? If if you are naturally a platinum level player and you're currently in bronze, guess what's gonna happen?
Gonna win more games, and then you're gonna
You're
be
gonna curb stomp the crud out of those bronzies,
for
right?
sure.
Then
Yep.
you're gonna go to silver. You're gonna curb stomp those kids. Then you're gonna get to gold. It's gonna get a little annoying, but you're still gonna win most of them and eventually get back to platinum. What
Yep.
happens if you are a platinum level player and you buy a challenger level account? What's gonna happen to you?
You're gonna get stomped every game, and you're gonna
You're gonna get
fall
stomped.
all
You're
the
gonna get
way.
stomped. You're gonna get stomped. You're gonna get stomped. So you get stomped all the way back down to platinum,
For
right?
sure. Yep.
If you just keep rating people and you keep making them go against who they're supposed to go against, you naturally go up or down accordingly, right?
For sure.
That's just kind of how it happens. And that's why like why would you need to make an algorithm if natural MMR will
Already works.
already do this for
Already does.
every single other competitive game that exists,
Right. It's always the
right?
50% win rate eventually for most of
Eve-
the people.
yeah, eventually. And if you're consistently doing better than 50%, right? Then that means you're just gonna keep climbing. And that's why you notice by the end of the season, our MMRs were at like 3,700. People just keep inflating it because
Yep.
they just keep winning until you keep getting eventually to that 50%.
Yep. For sure. For sure. I'm glad I asked Sensei this question because um, we totally are on the same page about this issue. I actually
Yeah,
also made a YouTube video on this. If you wanna,
yeah.
Sensei, have you checked out that video? I made just
Uh,
on algorithm.
I I have not watched YouTube videos in the last few days just because I'm busy, but I could. But
Okay.
I don't really watch videos on algorithm just because like I already know what the answer is.
True.
So,
True. I went really
but I
in
mean,
detail, but basically it was what you suggested. It's just first of all,
yeah,
it
I mean,
doesn't.
it's not like
There's no business value
there's
for
too
Niantic.
there's too much stuff. There's too much
Yep.
stuff to invalidate it. But yeah,
Yep. For sure. For sure. All right. So apparently, um, because you got 2-2 for the trivia questions, I do have to ask you one more for the prediction.
okay.
And if you get this one correctly, I'll just give you one more gift sub. Okay. I'm gonna try to find a chemistry or physics one.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're gonna ask like a specific, like what catalyst does I'm gonna get it wrong. I'm telling you that right now. Straight up.
Okay, how about this one? What is the largest internal organ of the human body?
Internal organ.
Yes.
Uh, large intestine.
Nope, it's not the. Okay, this one is a little bit
Small. Is
ambiguous.
it the small intestine then?
It's
Because
actually the liver. I'm gonna change this question. It doesn't specify like
yeah.
how do you
By the way,
define
skin is the
large.
largest organ, but uh, you can't say that's internal, guys.
Right, right, for
Organ.
sure, for sure. Let me let me find something else. Okay, I'm just looking through like um a list of questions that are considered trivia. Apparently, what kind of energy does an unlit match have? Unlit
Unlit
match.
match potential.
Um,
You can say potential thermal if you want to be more specific, but it's potential because it's not match yet. You can
sure.
say potential chemical because yeah,
Yes, chemical potential. That
yeah,
was the answer you're looking for. Okay, great. So
easy,
you won three
easy clap,
gifted subs,
easy
and
clap, boys and girls. We don't talk about the first two missed out. Let's go.
yep, yep. Let's
But
just
I,
we just
but
skip the
I,
questions that Sensei didn't know.
but
Um,
I will say though, I learned today that Bronzor should not be affected by Magna Zone's magnet pull. The game has been lying to us.
for sure, for sure.
It's not a steel type. It's
We
not
should have
because
Sensei
it's
make a video and send it to Niantic Labs, and hopefully they can fix that glitch for us in the future. Um,
shameful, shameful. But yeah.
yep, absolutely shameful from Niantic, and they can't even fix this, and people are telling us there's a matching algorithm. But
Yo, eventually SuperScience says it will fail questions to the algorithm. True, true, understandable.
so that
It
was
makes
great
sense.
explanation from the Super Science Sensei. I'm so glad I asked that question because I am definitely a little bit sick of hearing that argument that there is a matchmaking algorithm.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, but I will say this though. I will explain why people think there is an algorithm. It's just because of your cognitive bias, right?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
for sure.
15. Yeah, avocado. You know my answer is gonna be the 15, 14, 15, but I know your answer is gonna be the 15, 14, 14. But in any case, um, the thing is that you're always gonna be privy to your own bias, right?
Yeah.
Like, and not only that, there's always a bigger negative. There's always negative affirmation is more powerful than positive, right?
Mm-hmm.
When something bad happens to you, you're more likely to remember it. So when you get 3 bad leads in a row, you're like, man, I can't believe I got 3 bad leads in a row. But you're not gonna point out the fact that you just had 5 good leads in a row,
For sure.
right?
For sure.
Like yesterday when I was messing around and stuff like that, I was like, man, we're winning a lot. And I realized the reason I was winning a lot is because I just kept seeing Galvantulas in the lead as I was running GFIS. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh well, they're in trouble now. Well, you're in trouble now. Like that's just pretty much how it is. But like that's the issue. Also a lot of people, if you build a rock, paper, scissor based team, like an ABC line, and you get hard countered in the lead, yes, you're going to lose because a rock paper scissors line loses when they lose lead.
Yep.
That's why you have to build slight differences. You can't just go RPS. You have to kind of go like ABB or a slight variance of an ABC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like ABA of stuff like that. When you guys, if you always build RPS and you don't think about how to recover, if you can't come back from a lost lead, you're gonna lose a lot more games, right?
Yep.
Um, I'm sure you've done it. I know a lot of other people done it. I know Jay Robinstacks made a video on it where you could go AAA teams, you could go triple charm, right? Triple charm is fine too,
Mm-hmm.
because okay, let's say they're you use two charmers to kill their one charm counter. If the two things in the back are weak to charm, you still win the match, right?
Yep. Yep.
So it still works. But the idea is, if you can't come back from a bad lead, then your team is bad,
Yep. That's actually
right?
something Taylor FP Sticks also mentioned in his
Oh.
video.
Yeah, but yeah,
If
it's the main. That's the main thing, though. Like I've had sets where, um, like if you guys remember Master League season 3, season 4, I
Mhm.
would have a loss lead over 70% of my matches, but my win rate's still about like 55 to 67%, right?
Yep.
But I still lose lead 70% of those games. You have to be able to play against the bad lead. If your team can't
Yep.
recover from it, then team's bad.
Yep. For sure. For
Okay.
sure. That is some good advice for everyone team building out there. You definitely want to think about how you could recover from a bad lead instead
Oh,
of.
by the way, Asian Avocado asked if you can post Moo's GoFundMe. I think this is actually a really good time for me
Oh
to mention it
yes,
too.
for
And
sure.
I will also probably mention it on my stream again if you guys remind me. Moo Malo had a like it was an electrical fire, but I know there was a fire. He lost like essentially everything. That's his GoFundMe. I know you guys as a community we're great. We do a lot of stuff. We've raised a lot of money for a lot of different things. Let's try to help out our boy Moo, right? Because he lost his like everything essentially, right? So yeah.
Yeah. Let me find that link. Um, actually, can't.
Tommy Love, the algorithm knows the backline can recover from a bad lead though. You shut your face, Tommy.
I think the
I was
best
just
one I
talking.
saw
I
was
even I even spent like 2 minutes like harping on how Tommy Love is such a good guy. I look at him trolling me in the chat. Uh,
my favorite one was someone mentioning in Infinite Realities
the
algorithm could be
algorithm.
real.
Yeah, no. See, inside the infinite realities, the algorithm can be real inside those other ones. But like it would be,
Yeah.
but you'd be happy about it. Instead of infinitely, you'd be infinitely happy that it does.
Yeah, it definitely will be something that brings Niantic value, right? Instead of
Yep. Yeah.
literally
It's
does
it's
nothing.
yep.
Okay,
Ah.
I can't find it just straight up right now, but when I send the
Yeah.
viewers to your stream after I do
Yeah.
my last two battles,
Yep. But
make
yeah.
sure
Anyone?
you guys check that out.
Should I answer some quick chat questions or anything? Because I know they had some random questions before
Sure,
and
but
stuff.
a lot of people in chat
Unless they're
are
memeing.
yep, Asian Avocado, Scandium. If anyone has legit questions, feel free to ask Sensei right now.
YTX, you shut up. You know that I have videos on how to make a team. YTX, you can only do that on my stream because I actually have the link ready.
Oh, Scandium, thank you for adding that command.
Oh,
Make sure.
Scandium actually not being a Scamdium.
I know,
Wow.
right? First time ever. I appreciate that, Scandium. Actually doing
Okay.
something valuable.
Chrome asks, what do I teach? I teach obviously science, physics, and chem. Swampier asks, why does pineapple burn your gums? It's okay if you keep eating it. It's okay to see keep eating it. Pineapple has a enzyme that helps tenderize meat. That's the reason why some people use it to tenderize their steaks. And yes, the pineapple is technically tenderizing your tongue slash mouth slash throat. Okay. But it's obviously not fast acting enough to like eat through you. Um, does chemistry tell us if water is wet or not? I mean, by definition, being wet is being touching a liquid. Water
Yep.
is not just one overall object. There's a bunch of different molecules, so therefore you can always argue that the water is always wet, as long as you have more than one molecule of water. And if you only had one molecule of water, it wouldn't be water. It would be a gas because it's by itself and separated. Um, I need that. Which classes do I teach? Physics, chemistry, AP Physics, and another AP Physics. Still in command. Good. Oh yeah, can someone? Yeah, can one of my mods add that command to my chat later too, please? I know someone mods are in here. Thank you. Have I ever committed a crime? I try to stay through the straight and narrow scandium. So I try to do only good things. Only good things. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that. Uh, what is the pH level on the hydro cannon, and does it matter? I'm going to assume that hydro cannon is pH of 7, just because I'm assuming it just uses water. It's not implied that it uses anything else other than water. And then
But where's the
later,
water coming from?
I mean, it's Pokemon, guys. I assume that they have a huge vacuole on the inside somewhere. It's not a big
Mm.
system that just contains a large body of water, or it can generate it itself. Inherently, it's breaking laws of physics that we have there. But regardless, though, probably pH 7 doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure if the pH was lower, on mons that have metal parts to them, like Blastoise, that could corrode the metal, and B, it would also hurt the opponents if it's more acidic, because it'd be more like shooting lemon water. Uh, what do you think about the Niantic Google Glass things? I don't even know what that is. Have I rolled a stop sign? I mean, I live in California, so in general, that's like the standard. But like, I'm pretty sure I've done it in front of a cop where it's good enough that it's not technically a California roll, if that makes sense. What is my deepest regret? Um, I feel like in life, even when you make mistakes, you live with them and learn from them. And as long as you learn from them, you regret nothing. So yeah. Uh, Muddy water probably has a different pH due to the soil added to it and contaminants. Do I have any traumatic childhood memories? Traumatic ones? I don't think so,
That
but I
was
wouldn't
definitely
know.
a Scandium question right there.
Yeah. What is your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon, if it's non-legendary, my boy is Gengar,
Ooh,
and if
same.
it's legendary, Um, uh, based off the regular games, I love Heatran for multiple reasons, and because of Pokemon Go, I really enjoy Melmetal. Okay, so those are my mains. Um, Pokemon channel energy from a cosmic source, possibly. Is Ghastly an example of a triple point? Possibly. The thing is like probably not, since it can phase to whatever it needs to. But at the same time, it you can feel it. That's solid. It can lick. That's liquid, and it definitely is gaseous. Therefore, that's why its name is ghastly. Right. So you could be right. You could be right. You could be onto something. I think more studies need to be conducted. Yep, a criminal. What? No, dude. I'm pretty sure I'm good. Elo of last season. So I hit legend pretty early, but after I hit legend, I played for Q times. I'm pretty sure if you guys have been to my stream, you know that we all like, I feel like, as you know, a lot of us, a lot of battlers, we don't have the time to like stream for like 6 hours trying to get all our matches in, right?
Yep, for sure.
So I know it's kind of boring if you do that too. So I try to get my stream done within like 2 hours, and the way I do that is playing some troll teams, and then whenever I feel like the MMR has gone down too much, I just decide to win again. Um, uh, when I was trying to troll last season too, I hit Legend MMR with Heatran. That was actually an achievement. I was like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. And I also hit Legend MMR with Primate, so it's pretty cool.
Favorite Pokemon to
Yeah.
use in GBL?
Favorite Pokemon to use in GBL? I think inside Masters, Melmetal is super fun. I feel like inside Great League, Primeape super fun, and in Ultra League, there's just a lot. There's a lot of different mons that are super fun to use. It's kind of hard to pinpoint which one I like the most. So, but I do like counter users a lot, just because of like the damage you can do and how fast and how squishy most of them are.
Mm.
Um, what happens, do you think, when a human eats a pineapple berry? They poop.
What about incoming student recognizing you because of streaming? Has that happened before? Like a new student comes to your class?
I remember started streaming this summer, so this is like the first year. I'd have to ask you guys. You guys would have to ask me again next year when school begins again. I think that would be the time you guys would ask again. Uh, yeah. Sometimes you just decide to win again, right? Right? HAD Asian. That's true. Favorite curse word? I really like the word fluff. Fluff is really funny. Uh, Swampert, you like to know my credit card number? Nah, yikes, yikes. No, no, no. Talking about the Shadow, 100% Shadow Swampert. Yo, 100% Shadow Swampert is amazing. I just need a lot of candy so I can actually use it inside the new Premier Cup. You know what I mean? I don't want to get like smashed, but 100% Shadow. And I just recently got a 14, 15, 14 shiny Beldum. So that's
Ooh,
gonna be pretty cool too. Yeah.
that's pretty sick. And
Yep. Yep. Yep.
yep. What about if you could pick any new career? What would it be
New
if not
career.
for teaching?
Instead of being a teacher, I'd probably just find something in the science field because I like science. Um, social security number, no. Mother's maiden name, no. Street you grew up on, no. Favorite teacher, no. First music teacher, no. Um, little does he know that they're all Vietnamese, and so their name is actually no.
New one.
uh, what what is your favorite Grimer or Lowland Grimer? So one thing about Grimer and Alolan Grimer, Grimer is generally better. Alolan Muck's generally better. So I guess you go with regular Grimer. I do like the fact that the shiny variants of both of them are just flipped. It's like the laziest but funniest, memeiest thing that Game Freak has done. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Are
Yeah.
you gonna be late on your
Uh,
stream tonight?
just a little bit, like a minute or two. I'm just going to the restroom real quick. Oh my gosh, Soft Top missed the interview. She's the one that told people to go here and then didn't even show up herself. Yikes! Big yikes.
Yeah. Big
If you
yikes.
could change the typing of any Pokemon, what would it be? I don't know. I think if you want to make things more busted, you add fairy typing to stuff. Like imagine if Melmetal was like Steel Fairy or something like that. It would be pretty busted, right? It just get a
Steel
lot more
Fairy.
like
We actually do
because
have
I mean
that in Mobile,
I
right?
know they have still fairies out there, but a lot of them are really weak, right? Like Klefki's kind of weak, Mawile's really weak. Yeah.
Yeah. The most
So
busted one is probably Dragon Steel, Dialga.
Dragon Steel is very very strong. Um, well, really busted one could be I mean Ghost Fighting is also really cool. And
Yep,
then
Ghost Fighting.
I feel like defensively, what was it? Is it like normal Ghost is pretty fun,
Yep.
right?
Steel
So,
Ghost will be pretty good as well.
yo, you're waiting for Aegis Slash? You waiting for Aegis Slash? I'm waiting for Aegis
Oh
Slash.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not
Favorite
looking
Shadowmon coming
forward
out?
to battling against it, but I'm looking forward to make people cry with it.
Okay, favorite dessert? Um, strawberry pie. Favorite pie? Strawberry pie. Favorite cake? Ice cream cake. Favorite ice cream? Probably rainbow sherbet or strawberry. Favorite sandwich? Ice cream sandwich. Bam! Got him. Normal ghost type. Yeah, normal ghost type's pretty busted. Um, you think they'll ever enable a purified bonus against shadows? Probably not. Dragon Fairy is Pog. They have that for Altaria, the cloud form, the mega one. Flying
Favorite
ground is
boba?
also pretty strong.
How about favorite boba?
Favorite Viet dish is Mega Sail. Mega Out. Yeah, Mega Out is Dragon Fairy. If you didn't know,
Ooh. What about favorite
so that's pretty
boba?
good.
Favorite boba
Favorite
drink?
boba. Okay, so I like my favorite place is Tasty. Um, and my favorite drink from there now is so whenever I go to any new tea place though, I always try out their milk tea because if they don't have good milk tea, then the rest of the teas I already am like stigma against. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
if you can't get the basic one right, I'm not gonna try out the rest of your teas, right? But for taste tea, I really like the Great White, and you add orange juice. Amazing. Uh, who's my favorite ex? Ooh, I mean,
Ooh. That is spicy.
I mean, oh, I mean, Tommy knows who my favorite. Tommy knows my favorite ex, so I mean, that one. But yeah, I'm not gonna say any more than that. Are you on a team Rice or Noodle? I'm on Team Rice. Yeah, I did. He did ask which my favorite Pokemon one. Thanks, Sale, Swampier. And whose streams do I enjoy the most? Um, there's a lot of really good streams out there. It's kind of hard to pinpoint a singular one. But so, and then in the Pogo community, there's just so many that it's hard for me to say any particular. So I'll say non-Pogo community. Non-Pogo, Sykkuno is super fun to watch. This guy's Toast is super fun to watch. And the odd one, the good old General, I like to watch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love Saikuno and this guy's toast. They're so much
Yeah.
fun to watch, and
Yeah, they're super fun to watch.
very smart people as well.
Yes. And favorite Sinnoh legendary is Heatran. I think Arceus is also really cool, even though everyone says it Arceus. Arceus is actually a word. Because I like it reminds me so much of Kieran from Monster Hunter that I really really like it. If you guys know the Kieran from Monster Hunter, it's just really cool.
Yep. Favorite anime?
Favorite anime? GTO. Great Teacher Onizuka.
I've actually never
Uh,
seen that. I'm not weeby enough.
no, okay, so like GTO is one of those animes where even though the ending isn't the greatest, their journey along the way is just really good. There's lots
Mhm.
of good character development. A lot of the characters feel real, even though it's obviously anime. And it's just one of those ones that just make you feel good overall, and it's just really fun to watch.
For sure.
Um, consistently top, like consistently considered one of the top amongst like anime websites before people overinflated the ratings. But yeah, if I say like best overall anime, probably Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and then
Oh,
later if
I
you want to
agree
say
with that. I will
if you want to say
totally stand
singular
behind that.
best. By the way, about Brotherhood though, when people
Yep.
wait, so
Yep.
you guys, so you're young, so I get to exclude you out of this argument. But back in my day, right when I was in high school, all these kids saw Full Metal Alchemist and like Full Metal Alchemist is the best anime ever, and I'm like, no, Full Metal Alchemist is at best a 6 out of 10 because it has a really good startup, but none of the themes and things go through, and it makes you sad because the writing got shifted. And yeah, I told people it was bad and incomplete. There was something wrong. I didn't understand it at the time because I didn't know that the animators like the direction took the second half because the manga wasn't finished yet, right? So
Yep.
I didn't know. I explained that to people, but I didn't know the reason why. I just told them that, and people were like, "Nah, it's the best ever," right? A few years down the line, Brotherhood comes out. They're like, "Oh, this is the best anime ever." I'm like, "You guys shut up. You don't get to enjoy this. Only I get to enjoy this." Okay, but yeah, yeah.
Well, that makes sense because Brotherhood actually was following the manga a
Yeah,
little,
yeah, yeah. Brotherhood
like
follows the
completely
manga
following.
very, very
Yeah.
closely and actually
Mm.
is finished. And you notice that a lot of the themes they built at the beginning follow through because there's a recurring theme that a lot
Yep.
of the youth didn't understand when they were watching the original one. I'm like, the characters didn't grow into this first one, while the characters grow in the second one. They're different characters, but people didn't understand that, and I was very annoyed.
Yeah. That's
GTO.
definitely something I didn't have to go through. For me, it's more about the debate between Brotherhood versus Attack on Titan.
Oh no, okay. So here's the thing about Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is a fun read, right? And
Yep.
animation is beautiful, right?
Yep.
But it's
Beautiful
still
story.
not. And it's a good story, but it's not.
It-
It's not the best. It's very good. But it's very
it's got a
cool,
lot of
and it's.
twists and
I would say it's very good at bringing in a lot of different people too,
yeah,
right? And it has a lot of different. Like there's a lot of different parts that are really cool to it, but still not as well constructed.
for
If
sure.
that makes
The
sense.
overall organization, like the structure of the story, probably isn't complete as Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood,
Yeah,
but
that's the difference. Like
it's
how
not
how,
as
how
complete. But also, it's not finished, right? So it could be a very complete story at the end.
true, but like unless there's enough foreshadowing to reinforce it on a second, third watch, then it's not gonna hold up. If that makes sense.
Right, right,
Yeah.
for sure.
Favorite allergy medication? Allergy medication. Favorite glue brand? Elmer's has not failed me. Favorite prime number? Um, 3. Favorite tie look like? I have this tie from where I got from Cal State Long Beach because that's where I got my teaching from, and so I use that on. Usually, would use it on Wednesdays on like college rep day or whatever. But I haven't used it because I haven't gone to work for the last year. Essentially, like I've been working from home, so I don't have to wear that tie on Wednesdays, and they don't have it. Um, favorite ion, cat ion because it's positive and it's a cat ion. Favorite Pikachu hat, it doesn't count because it doesn't have a hat, but I really enjoy the Flykachu because I think it's the cutest one. Lowest point in my life. I had some bad stuff happen to me in 2020, but we don't ever like talk about that because we just deal with stuff and
Yeah,
we just move on.
we skipped
Um,
2020, like how I skipped my
yeah, we just
sets.
skipped 2020.
Yeah.
Um, Weirdest thing you've experienced in my life? I've told the story once before, but I'll tell again in the future. It's a long story. It's really cool. And then now that I've deconstructed it again with my friend that I experienced it with, I think it'll creep people out inside a different sense. It'll be really cool. Favorite costume Pokemon? I think Flakachu is just too cute. Favorite sniper? Simo Heiha. Simo Heiha was amazing. That guy, he had approximately one, 5 kills, no, 1 kill per daylight hour for a total of 505 plus sniper kills during the Winter War. Really, really good. Uh, Favorite nationality? Humanity. I don't deal with countries. Favorite global pandemic? Maybe I would say probably the Black Death. It fostered a lot of revolution. Tell on my stream, I will do it in the future. The Halloween story. That's my Halloween story. If you could be the CEO for any company, what company would I run? I don't want to be a CEO for a lot of companies just because I would feel like I'd have to do a lot more research to say any particular one, and it'll take a lot more work. I mean, technically, I could if I was CEO for like let's say like a company like Niantic though. I mean, I think like because they do things so slowly anyway, I could probably spend a whole month like reading up stuff and then try to do fixes after the fact. But yeah. Favorite celebrity death? I'm not really big into celebrity things, so yeah. Favorite holiday? Thanksgiving. Uh, because of the main idea behind it, not so much of the origin, because origin points for most holidays are kind of bad anyway. Um, there we go. Favorite presidential assassination? Yikes. Wow.
Yikes! That is a.
How much streamers that person had sniped? Streamers weren't a thing at the time. Favorite dictator? Least favorite president? We're not gonna talk about politics, but yeah. Okay, so with that said, I think we got most of the random questions out of the way, right?
All right, one last question from me,
Okay.
Sensei. Do you want to play League with me sometime?
Yeah, definitely. I play like if I have time, I usually play ARAM in the middle of the night, but yeah, just hit me up.
Nice. All
Hit me
right,
up.
sounds good. And what is
Down.
your favorite champion?
Favorite champion, dude.
And why is it Yasuo?
Oh, favorite? No. It's dude. First off, who am I? What is my thing? Come on,
Oh,
man.
okay, you're definitely a
Come on. First
high
off, when I played
Heimer.
back in the olden days when I played Dota,
Yep.
my main was one of my mains was Tinker. I was
I
actually one of
play
the first
Dota as
people.
well, Sensei. We could
Yeah, no, I don't play Dota 2 because I don't like the creator. I have issues with them. But in any case, back in the olden days, I was one of the people that started and even popularized Boots of Teleport on Tinker.
really. So you're the
Yeah.
OG. You're the OG
Yes. Yes. Um.
Boots of Travel on
So,
Tinker. The
and then I'm also like I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that did it. I'm because like when you do something, other people do it. Not only that, a lot of good players they also think of the same idea, right? So I'm
yep.
pretty sure I'm the one. I helped contribute to Black King Bar getting banned on him, Lincoln Sphere being banned on him. Like all these items that are banned on him, a lot of them are from like me and other people like me because like any item that looks like it's busted, we would use it on him.
Yeah. For guys that don't know, like that's one of the most cancer strategies ever developed in
And,
Dota
and then
2.
later when League came out, right? I didn't play League at the beginning. But then later I was like, you know what, I'll play it. Like my computer can kind of handle it. And I saw Heimerdinger, and I was like, it's like
That is perfect.
everything. It's like everything. Like he's adorable, and I mean I play Pokemon. You know that like inherently I kind of like cute things, right? Like
Yeah.
chibi, right? So Heimerdinger, adorable, right? Glorious mustache. I can't grow one. I cannot grow a mustache. I'm envious of Heimer's glorious mustache, right? His afro, amazing. Science puns, amazing. He literally throws wrenches, amazing. He derps around when he walks, amazing. His playstyle is just like Tinker, amazing. I'm gonna main this champion. I actually at one point was probably the best Heimerdinger in the world because no one was playing him before I stopped. But yeah,
Build
Heimerdinger, I love
turrets,
Heimerdinger.
throws the rockets, a rocket builder,
Yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
throwing bumps around, builds a huge turret. Yep.
Yep,
All right.
it's so good.
I think that concludes our interview. Thank you so much for
Okay,
being here, Super Saiyan Sensei. I had
thanks.
so much fun.
I will see you on my stream in like a few minutes. I'm probably gonna go like while you finish
Yep.
up your last sets. I'm
Hmm.
gonna quickly grab some more water because I think I'm out. I just have
Yep.
ice now here, so I will get some water and start up my stream. But thank you for having me. I hope
Okay.
it was fun for you and fun for everyone else. It was fun for me.
Yep. Sounds good. It was a great interview. I really enjoyed just listening to your answers and your explanation on the algorithm specifically. That was great. I think you explained better than pretty much anyone else could, especially on stream. That was very. Thank you for that. I think it was very helpful for a lot of people. But for a lot of people that watch my stream, probably know the answer already. But that explanation was very detailed, and I really liked it. And also, you won 3 gifted subs, and
Sweet.
I will send all the viewers to you after your setup. I'll just
Oh,
finish
big
two
pog.
more sets, and yeah,
Yo, by the way, good luck with your sets. I think I might use that your Empoleon team just because it looked really fun. But I think I
Yeah,
use
it's
Primate for at
so
least
much
one more
fun.
day. I might use it tomorrow or something like that. It seems really fun.
Yeah,
It looks really fun.
if you followed me, like at the end of last season, at the very end, the last week, I was playing this team above 3500s, like
Oh,
the entire time,
the,
and
the yeah. The issue with
I
your time slot though is your time slot's like when I'm usually grinding out because that's when the most of the Pokemon events are.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing that team for a really long time. I went like positive every night, but then like I ended up losing 80 points anyways. It's a little unfortunate, but
dude, like,
it's a lot of fun.
when people are like, "Oh, why don't you go for leaderboards?" It's like, okay, so I'll hit leaderboards at least once through like a full week or two every season, right? But like, I remember in season 2 when I was actually kind of tryharding, like when you go 3-2 and lose 10 to 15 points for it, you're
It
just like,
feels
I don't
horrible.
want to play. I
Yeah,
don't want to play.
it's
You know?
demoralizing for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me on. I will see you later,
Thank
buddy.
you for being here. That was great.